GarageBand for iPhone has a really easy to use pitch correction tool that can do everything from tightening up a vocal performance to heavy duty robotic vocal effects. In this video, I'll show you where to find GarageBand for iOS's Autotune and how to use it. The first thing you need to do before adding pitch correction in GarageBand for iPhone is to identify the key of the project you're working on. Wait, come back. There's no boring music theory stuff here. It's actually really easy. It's worth noting that if you don't set the project key correctly, however, the pitch correction will attempt to correct to the wrong note, and everything will end up sounding a bit weird. I personally find it easier to go by ear to try and find out the tonic note or the first note in the scale and then go from there. So for example, in this project, if I bring up a touch keyboard instrument, I can hunt around until I find the note that sounds just about right anywhere in the song. C is the tonic note here, so the project is in the key of C. To find out if it's in C major or C minor, I need to play the note a major third up from C and see if it fits with the song too. Which it does, so this project is in the key of C major. To change the key signature of your project, tap on the cog icon in the top of your screen and then tap on Key Signature. GarageBand defaults to C major, but you can change the key of your song and whether it's major or minor here. Having the Follow Song Key option toggled on will change any touch instrument recordings and your project to the key that you define above. Bear in mind that this won't affect any real audio recordings, so it's best to identify the key of your project before you record any instruments or vocals, stuff like that. With that out of the way, you can either record vocals with pitch correction applied to them or apply the effect to your recording after the fact. Generally, I would always recommend recording things dry and then adding effects afterwards, otherwise the effects are baked into the recording and you can't do anything to fix them if something goes wrong. In this project, I have two vocal tracks recorded, a main vocal and a falsetto double of the main vocal. Here's what the dry main vocal sounds like.
You need to change a different view.
If I open the audio recorder settings, several of these vocal presets have a pitch correction control present. If I turn off the rest of these controls and then add a little pitch correction to the vocal, you can hear how that subtly affects it.
You need to change a different view. Turn the same old into new.
And if I crank it right up, you can hear the more dramatic effect.
You need to change a different view. Turn the same old into new.
I'll probably want to keep the pitch correction dialed back a bit on this main vocal. On the falsetto doubled vocal though, I do want a slightly more dramatic effect.
Need to change a different view.
Here's how they sound together with other effects added and in the mix.
You need to change a different view. Turn the same old into new. You need to change a different view. Turn the same old into new.
Let me know your thoughts on GarageBand's pitch correction and whether you'll be using it in your projects down in the comments below. And give that like button a good hard slap while you're down there if you found this video useful. I really appreciate it. If you're just getting started with GarageBand on your iPhone, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and watch this video next for my top tips on how best to get started.